Got to leave my little safe space and get going. I do suffer with the most awfulest travel anxiety ever. So welcome back to Wistl Family Adventures, and we are about to go on a new adventure. So you would have just seen us up in Baguio, but in our time we're actually starting off in Alaminos. We are heading up there from Cubao station, which is somewhere that we've not been before, so my anxiety is a little bit woo. So if this trip all pans out and you end up seeing these videos, then that means everything worked and we're all fine and happy and we're back in Makati. But yeah, we're starting our journey at 6 in the morning here in Makati, and we've got to head to the Cubao station, which, as you know, is a bit of a distance from where we are because it's the only place that does have buses to Alaminos. Yeah, so we've got a bit of a travel day ahead of us. It's around 4 hours to get to Alaminos city. Our accommodation should be relatively in the same vicinity this time as the bus station. If you saw our Pampanga video, then you'd know that we messed up. We messed up. Made it to San Fernando in Pampanga, hoping to see the Lantern Festival and also stay in a lovely Airbnb in Lakeshore. And oh my goodness, what a day we've had. It's like nearly 4 o'clock. It took us, what, an hour and a half? 2 hours. Nearly 2 hours to drive from Lakeshore and back to the main area of San Fernando, rebook a new hotel. And I'm really hoping this time that does not happen. But yeah, I always have slight nerves and horrible travel anxiety when I haven't been to a place I've seen or know before. Even places like Cubao in the city are going to be worrying for me because I like to know where I'm going and what I'm doing, which is not ideal characteristics of a good traveller. So we'll see. This is kind of the real part of travelling that I don't think many people discuss, but it is really, it makes me extremely nervous. Kev's fine, he's happy, he's just getting changed. The kids are slowly getting up. We need to leave in about an hour. We've packed everything already, which is good, so we don't need to worry about that. And we'll hopefully see you in Cubao. And hopefully it's not going to be crazy. We've been warned it's crazy there and it's busy and there's lots of people there. It's a lot more populated and nuts. So got to leave my little safe space and get going.
I'm ready to see an island.
Ooh. So we got to Cubao station, and actually it's a really lovely little area. It's quite easy compared to like Pasay, which is ridiculously busy. It's really quiet here, really nice, which I prefer. It's a lot less like anxiety riddenness. It makes me feel better. But we actually got on an earlier bus. That usually happens. That's happened to us before when we left Baguio for the first time. They'll put you on an earlier bus if there's space. They'll just shout the name out and they'll look at your ticket and be like, you can go on that one. So that's what's happened. So we're on the early bus. It was really easy. We actually did our tickets online, and then we just showed them our like QR code or the things you get once you book. And then she filled out some physical tickets for us, and now we're all done and on the bus. So we're actually traveling with Victory Liner. I can't remember the exact price of the tickets. I'll put them on the screen. But you can actually save some money, and if your child is under 1.3 meters, if they sit on your lap, you don't actually have to pay for their tickets. So Elowen technically is under 1.3 meters, and Oslo is definitely under that height limit. So next time, if we really wanted to have them on our laps the whole journey, we could. Obviously that's quite a long way, and Elwyn is quite heavy now being 6 years old, but they do both fall under that rule. So if you do have a kid that's under 1.3 meters and you're traveling, especially by bus, that's a great tip if you want to save a little bit of money and you don't want to pay for extra bus fares that you don't need to do, especially if you've got like a baby or a small toddler. That also really might be a lot more helpful, especially if they don't weigh that much. And they don't wriggle as much as a 4-year-old might do. But yeah, that's another great tip that we learned today. So next time we may, on shorter journeys, have Oslo sitting on our lap, because that may be a bit easier. So we've just come to PAMPANGA, and all of this here is the lakeshore accommodation that we were actually going to stay in, just outside of San Fernando, and we had the most horrible time trying to find it. I'll link the video above if you want to watch it. It was from our Vlogmas series, but this road gives me like some serious anxiety issues right now, just seeing like how stressful it was before. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen today when we get to Alaminos. But there's Mount Ariat as well, which is quite cool, right in the background, just there. But yeah, not loving this road anymore. You got some Tehran?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I messaged.
Did you lead us to the right place this time?
I got it right. Thank God.
Oh, how good does this feel right now?
Yeah, and it is boiling.
It's so hot. Your hair looks hilarious as well on the camera. He's going to go get a haircut later this week. We're going to go see our guy in Baguio. You would have already seen that if everything goes well and we get to Baguio in 2 days' time. So I'm speaking in past tense. It's going to be very confusing because we want to get the PAMPANGA Flower Festival videos up first, so before Alaminos, but we've come
a lot different.
Yeah, but we've come to Alaminos first.
Yeah,
because we wanted to miss the crazy Pasai bus bundling.
What I am shocked about is when we looked at the weather, it's meant to be really cloudy, and actually this is hotter than Manila at the moment. It
is really hot today.
And the bus journey was really smooth. Yeah,
we did stop literally loads. Like a public bus almost.
It really doesn't bother me. That was a really nice journey.
And the bus smelt a lot of God knows what people were eating in that bus.
I smelled a lot of Jollibee.
Did you? Yeah, that woman had a whole bucket and she sat right next to you.
I was like, oh, can I was
like, oh no, Kev's got chicken joy. He's joyless. No, I was going to make a joke then, that didn't work.
That failed.
He was joyless. He was devoid of chicken joy. I'm going to stop.
Yeah. You're going to show them around?
Yeah, I'm going to show them around. I'm going to take them on a little tour. So welcome to Alaminos, a very interesting and busy, lively city. It's a very small city. It's not really, it's very similar to like San Fernando, basically. A big long road. Most of everything is on that main road. Everything else is pretty much non-existent. So it's not going to be like your average Makati, BGC, built up high-rise buildings just because it's called a city. So for anybody thinking of coming here, just to give you that kind of reminder. We got dropped off in Victory Liner, and then luckily it was literally probably a 7-minute walk with cases and bags. We probably could walk quicker. We're all in literally like cold weather clothes as well, because as Kes said, we all thought it would be quite chilly / cloudy. And also because we're going to Baguio, we didn't want to take too many light items of clothing, and turns out we needed completely the opposite. But I will take you on a quick tour. We are here at Camille's, spelled CAMILLES, and it was so well signed, big sign, couldn't miss it. And that to me is like heals all the anxiety issues I've just had for the last like 7 hours. I could not relax on that bus once. I was so nervous. I'm always really nervous coming to new places, just because here in the Philippines, it's not easy to get around as a family of 5. And as I know many of you have said, yes, get a car, get a driver, but those things do cost a lot of money and take a lot of time to sort out. And I would rather get to places, you know, when I want to get to them and not have to think about having to get cars or renting them out, etc, etc. In the future, obviously, if we can't do anything but get a car, we may kind of make that decision then. But because buses to the north are really easy, and we went to Baguio and we loved it when we went to Baguio. Here in Alaminos, there's no taxis. It is trikes only, which is absolutely fine. We've been in a trike now, so all of those kinds of fear-ridden things with no Grab, no taxi to rely on are also completely gone. But I'm going to stop waffling, and we'll show you a little bit of Alaminos in a little while, because I haven't eaten breakfast, and Oslo ate that whole Turon. He had breakfast before they left, all the kids did, but they also had a Turon snack on the bus. And he ate all of it, so I didn't get to try it, but it looks pretty decent. So yeah, we really need some food, but I'm going to show you around. It's such a little lovely place. This is an Airbnb. We don't tend to stay in resorts and hotels. We tend to go for transient houses and Airbnbs. They just tend to be better equipped for a bigger family, as well as they're better cost effectively as well. They cost a lot less than a hotel would, because we'd need probably 2 rooms or 2 beds at least. Whereas here we can get a good room for 35 British pounds, or was it less? I'll put it on the screen for you guys. All the prices, hopefully we'll be able to show you. And that's not too bad for a couple of nights here. That's like way half than Batangas was. So yeah, I'm gonna just quickly turn the camera around and tell you kind of what you get for that kind of price. And then we can head off and hopefully eat something. So we are in a really lovely, quiet part of the neighborhood. We're way off of the main road, but we're not so far away that we can't just quickly walk. I think this is like a little sofa bed. It looks like it flips out. We've got a TV on the wall. I'm not sure if it's like a smart TV or not, but to be honest, we'll be too busy to be watching telly anyway. We've got a lovely little family table everybody's on. And then we've got a fridge and a kitchen and a hob stove and a kettle. So things that kids really need, like juice in the morning or cereal or just some quick breakfasts, we can actually do. We don't have to go and buy what?
Bowls.
They've got bowls. Yay! So we've got bowls too. So yeah, we don't have to kind of go out to eat for every meal. We can bring some food back, which is really good as well. And then we've got some storage potentially, extra chairs, little table, and then we have 1 of 2 rooms, both exactly the same, with a double bed and also a floor mattress with its own sheets and pillow.
And a kid's bed.
Yeah, and obviously air conditioning, which is extremely important, especially today because it's very hot. And then we have this one here as well. And again, just a lovely little double bed and a floor bed too. So there's plenty of bed options, not only the sofa, but the 2 floor beds and 2 doubles, which is more than enough for us because the kids will probably share the double, all 3 of them. Maybe Harry may use one of the floor beds, I'm not sure. And then we have just a very basic shower, all lovely, toilet, you don't know if you know to really see that, bucket and dipper, which they have a bidet, so that's fine. And that's it. Are you impressed?
It is lovely.
It is really nice, and it's so quiet. So the kids just came out because there's a little seating area. There's one here directly outside our room, and there's one just down there.
There's a frog.
There's a frog.
Oh, there's a real frog.
You want to show me?
It's right over there.
Oh, it's a little toady. Say hi, Toad. So I know I've gone over a little bit about anxiety, and I've mentioned it a few times in this video, and that's mainly because I do suffer with the most awfulest travel anxiety ever. And you may be thinking, well, why the hell am I in the Philippines when I've never been to Asia and I've never traveled properly before? And a lot of that was getting myself to just, you know, face those fears head on. It's not something I find particularly easy when things are kind of out of my control. I'm a little bit of a hermit. I do like to kind of stay indoors a lot. Harry, there are no snakes, and that's just the way I am. I'm slowly trying to come out of that a little bit more and just kind of challenge myself slowly. This whole video is me kind of really pushing out. We've also got to do obviously a journey from here to Baguio, which is another thing that I've had to kind of get my head around because those things aren't easy to find out. Luckily the terminal was quite helpful and they gave us the timesheet for that. So, and you would have seen all of Baguio if all went well. If not, you will be seeing me from now. But yeah, these things are just really difficult. I was literally like, my heart was pounding all night long. I didn't sleep very well. I woke up too early and my heart was pounding all bus journey there, just because I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what it looks like. It's just scary to me, but there's also a little bit of me that's slowly kind of really enjoying that part as well. But yeah, we're here in Alaminos. It's so beautiful and so quiet, and yeah, we're gonna go and head out to the kind of hustle and bustle in a sec, but I just wanted to kind of talk to you a bit more about like what it feels like. It's a very weird feeling. It just makes you feel really claustrophobic in your own body, like you're gonna have a palpitation. That's how my anxiety works, and I never used to be a particularly anxious person. Over the last like 2 years I've really suffered quite badly with it, and I'm trying to manage it slowly, but this is like a massive step for me, in my opinion. It's been nothing for most people here in the Philippines. This is easy for you guys. You guys just kind of go with the wind. You're very, you know, you're very nomadic, and you have that really great kind of relaxed aura about all of you. But for me, I am like a pent up ball of nerves. So we ended up choosing Chowking, which is right at the top of our road, in a like a shopping centre. Yeah. It's kind of a mall, but it's a lot smaller than the malls we're used to.
And this is the first time, other than when we went to the Mall of Asia for the first time and had the hello hello. Yeah. Which is linked here.
Yeah. Shameless plug.
This is the first time we've been to Chowking for actual meals.
Yeah, like a dinner food. Yeah, we've never tried Chowking apart from its hello hello, and it does have my favourite hello hello so far. So as usual, we got a lot of lumpia today. Harry went for the chicken wonton soup, and then Kev got the sweet and sour. Also got lumpia and noodles, and I got the chicken and the 2 sauces, which look really, really good. So it's first impressions of Chowking. It already looks really tasty. I'm starving.
Really tender on the inside and juicy, which is nice. Kind of similar to Kenny's Roger Roasters, but a little bit different. Yeah.
Is it nice?
It's a wrap.
Is it masarap?
Masarap.
You're gonna share some hello hello with Mama?
Yeah, and now I'm having the green there.
So we're just exploring the little tiny mall, and it's got like little, oh wow, it's got a huge market down there.
Oh wow.
I didn't see that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's cool. It's even like a tiny little department store. Everything's so dinky, it's so cute. Compared to the big city, it's definitely completely different. So this is just off of the main road. We're just walking back towards our apartment thing, Airbnb. And it's really cute. We just went past like a load of street food stores. We went to Save More. We found an SM Save More, which was good. So we got some water. You got a sweetie pizza. And we might pick up some fruit from some of the local kind of on the side ladies, because like literally the fruit here is dirt cheap. Which will be good for breakfast. So we're gonna have a little look at that in a little while. There's also some like baked goods as well that people are selling. There's like all these like little nooks and areas which look quite cool. But we're just slowly walking back, just kind of getting a good feel for Alaminos. I really like it so far actually. I prefer it to Pampanga, San Fernando. That's more of like a stop-off point. It's not really a tourist area, as we well know now, unless you want to see the Lantern Festival. But I think even then, it's not particularly like worth all of that hassle, unless you have a car and you can kind of, yeah, buddies, unless you have a car and you can kind of give it the time. But yeah, it's actually really lovely here, and it's really breezy as well because we're near the coast. Loads of trikes, loads of people. But everybody so far seems so friendly, which is also amazing. Obviously, we're in the Philippines, everybody's friendly. Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna grab some fruit and some breakfast bits for later. Everywhere's got like a lot of music and people. It's really cool here, it's a vibe.
If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would, 'cause
Yeah, we're gonna get bananas. It's so busy.
Forever, forever. I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here?
You get? You got a cupcake? Whoa! That's our little shopping haul. So the sun's literally setting as we speak, but we've got a little bag of loads of kind of Filipino cakes. We've got some corn muffins for the morning and some bananas from the local people down our street, as you would have seen. The bananas were 73, and this whole bag of cakes, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4 cakes, 5 cakes, and a whole bag of these corn muffins, and that was only 80 pesos, 83.
I think that's because of the muffins.
Yeah, because they were 40. The cakes on their own were 7 pesos each, and the muffins were 40 pesos for the bag. So that is ridiculously cheap. You can't find anything like that in Makati really, unless you kind of go to the more suburban areas. But kind of Alaminos is popping. It's really cute. There's so many people out. The streets are buzzing. There's so many people compared to like San Fernando, which is kind of, as I said earlier, it's more like a drive-by area. I know lots of people live there, but even the nightlife there, super quiet, no one's out. Whereas here, is it good?
That was good.
Whereas here, everybody's out. There's trikes everywhere. It's craziness, but it's wonderful. Everybody's been so friendly, and we've had a really lovely little walk. So hopefully tomorrow, I don't know if I've even told you the reason why we're actually here in Alaminos. We're here because obviously 100 Islands. We fell in love with snorkeling in Batangas. So we're gonna try and see if we can go island hopping here in 100 Islands, because it just looks so spectacular, and it's so close to Manila. Not as close as Batangas. It was a long old drive, but it's still in the mainland and it's accessible, and not many people actually go there.
And when we first were thinking about going to the Philippines, this was our #1 spot to come. As June and Mario always told me, 100 Islands go to.
Yeah.
So and we were going to go here in our first week being in the Philippines.
Yeah, after Baguio.
We got too much with Baguio. So I'm really glad we've actually come and made it happen.
So excited, we can't wait to see it. Yeah, so we're gonna have to get some sleep because it's an early start literally all week for us this week. So we're gonna eat some cake, head to bed, and we'll see you in the morning. Salamat po! Magandang gabi!